Welcome everyone to another episode of Colony Survival. Now this is going to be a shorter episode because it's been a pretty hectic week for me and very busy weekend. I haven't had as much time as I would like to work on things, but I am at least going to show you my progress so far on the new housing tower that I've been working on. And also we're going to talk a little bit about some of the proposed changes that they have announced they're going to be doing for the game. So first thing to talk about is I went ahead and replaced all of the stone brick for the main tower section with the white stone brick. I know, I was tossing it back and forth in my head, and I decided I liked the way it looked better. I went ahead and did it. It gives it a nice slight contrast without being just blatantly out in the open, oh hey, this is different. I also revamped the entire outside area on this level. So we have our berry farms at the very front and back ends, and then the sides have the tree farms, or the generic trees. Once I am at a comfortable spot with some of the production, I'm going to set up shops to get access to the cherry blossom seeds, and I'll plant 2 on each side, on front and back. So we'll have 4 of the nice, cherry blossom trees in the front and in the back. As far as the tower, though, I've continued building inside, and you can see this is the first level up. Now, I still have a balcony for this level. I wanted to keep it with a balcony, and I will be placing some guards here. But the main part of this was just for more of the aesthetics, to give a little bit better contrast as far as everything. I used this color here to separate from these, but it became a bit of a problem producing that much in the coated red planks as well as the coated black planks. I'm even having trouble getting the coated planks produced in a large enough quantity. So right now I'm using standard planks on each floor. I may go back and replace them at some point, but for now I am fine with the regular planks as is. So this is the template of the main floors. This is how the other floor is going to look. And it basically is a side of 8 beds and a side of 9 beds on each row. And the reason for that is because the yin-yang design of the first floor, the stairwells are not exactly even across. They are offset by one block space. So we have 9 on one side, 8 on the other side. That gives us 17 per row. And there are 5 rows on each side, which means 10 rows of 17 or 170 beds on each of these floors. So that's going to make it very effective as far as adding more and more colonists to this. And you see I have a second floor here almost filled out. I have to put a little bit more in. My beds are a little low at the moment. You can see I just have 41. Because I'm having to place them down, use them up to the end and then let them make more. So it's slowed things down a bit, but I do have another floor ready to fill out, another floor ready to fill out, and then I'm on the very top floor above that. So that is actually 1, 2, 3, 4 of these fuller floors that will contain 170 colonists each. And so what I'm thinking is we'll do maybe 8 floors total, see how that looks, because 8 times 170, that's 1,360, I think is what it is. I'm doing it in my head, but that either way, that's over 1,000 colonists, and that should be sufficient for right here, especially with all the production going on underground. And by the time I fill that up, I should be, if not before then, at the least, when I fill up 1,000 colonists, I should be pushing the limits on my food production. So I feel that maybe 8 floors is enough. Plus 8 floors will be tall enough. You can see it from a distance really well. So that's kind of my goal on that. 8 floors of beds, and then the top floor will just be a nice, not so much balcony, but more of just a nice little upper viewing area where you'll be able to walk out, walk to the edge, and look down. And be able to see all wide around, nice little distance. But that's pretty much the point I'm at on this. The part that's slowing it down is waiting on the materials to be produced. Right now, And so that slowed things down a bit. Plus, again, been a hectic week. But I also want to talk to you about some of the proposed changes that are coming to the game. So the devs made the comment that as much as they have not seen it, they finally realized that really the game is supposedly a tower defense game. And the interpretation I have of that is they saw the most effective methods for protecting your base from the massive onslaught of monsters during the night is by creating like a maze or something where they have to do a lot of walking around back and forth, and getting shot at, so it slows things down, which is a very major part of a lot of tower defense games, is creating a very winding path, so it takes longer for the monsters to get to you. But that is not a very aesthetically pleasing approach to be like, I have to build a maze on every entrance into my base. No, you don't want to do that. Most people that are building in this game to make it look nice do not want to do that. That's just a factor of how it's panned out because of the way they have done the number ratio of your colonists you have active versus how many monsters will spawn during a night. So to compensate for that, one thing they're talking about doing is adding in boss monsters. So instead of having 100 monsters spawn that have 100 HP, you might have a single monster spawn that has 10,000 HP, making it much harder to kill. But at the same time, right now, you don't have anything as far as they have to attack this. You don't have barricades. So I see it being still problematic for anybody who doesn't want to use mazes to have to use a maze in order to keep that kind of monster out from just destroying everything. Or you're going to be doing like I do, which is have your food production up high enough that siege mode does not affect you negatively. Well, that is it for today's video. Again, just a short video, show you the bit of progress I've made on the tower. And again, it's been a very hectic week, a very busy weekend. I've been trying to cram in time for this and cram in time for the other videos. Just didn't get as much done as I would like on this, and it's slowing down because I'm having to wait on resources to be generated. But if you enjoyed the video, be sure to hit that like button and hit subscribe if you have not done so already, and leave me a comment below. Let me know what you think about the tower defense proposed changes, the focus of that for the combat system. Do you like it? Do you not like it? What do you think about the base itself so far? What do you think about the design I've got going here? Do you have any suggestions? Love to hear from you guys. So leave me a comment below. Let me know what you guys say. But as always, I'm your host, Mr. Spicy. Be sure to keep it spicy this week. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.